This is my Subaru Impreza, and her front brakes really need replaced, and I seriously mean they need replaced. So let's get to it. First up, we're going to be loosening the wheel nuts on the ground because it is a pain when the car is up in the air, and of course we're chalking the rear wheels so she does not roll. Now it's time to position the jack underneath the car, and as you can see how satisfying this is, look at that smooth motion. There we are, we're jacking her up into the air and putting the jack stands underneath because it's not good to rely on just the jack itself. And now I am finally able to take the wheel nuts off of the alloy and get it off the car. Look at these big strong muscles. Big strong boy taking the wheel off, and we cannot forget the wheel spacer too. And like I said earlier, these really do need replaced. They're awful, but this is the actual caliper itself. You can see the pins at the top and bottom and then the plate that holds them in place. Now I'm tapping the backside of the pins with a hammer just to get them out. They are very, very tough to get out. I made it look much easier than it actually is. Now it is a really sunny day, so all the boys have their titties out. And here we see Tom loosening the bolts on the back of the caliper. I was not able to do this. It was a massive pain.
Oh, it worked.
Oh, there we go.
I'm not posting this.
And here we go, we see Jamie having a go now too.
That's right at my tits, that better not be recording.
Unfortunately for Jamie, it is recording, and here we are, we're loosening off the caliper and taking it off, and that gives us access to the disc itself. And now the disc is off the car, and the new one is now going on. Look at that turbo groove disc, absolutely beautiful. And now I'm just putting the caliper back on the car. Now obviously there is no pads in it, they are inserted through the back as you can see here. But first we will have to push the pistons back in. Now obviously they're pushed out a little bit, so I'm going to use one of my pry bars to push them back in. Put on the anti-squeal sticker on the back of the pad, and then we can slide it into the caliper from behind. And that's the first pad done, so I'm going to be using the pry bar on the rear pistons just like I did before. There is a lot of back and forth adjusting things, but as you can see we can finally get the pad in, and we use a little hammer to actually tap it in very slow and very evenly. And there we go, we get the pin through the caliper and it is going pretty smooth, and then we keep it in place using that little clasp at the end.
Lovely.
All the bolts in the back?
Aye.
Good stuff.
Love to see it.
We do indeed love to see it. So the alloy is now going on. Don't worry, I did not forget to torque these to spec. I just forgot to record it. And she's coming off the jack stands now, going back in the road so she can get back to doing what she does best, hitting the B roads.